What's up, guys? It's Stephanie here again with another video. In today's video, I want to talk about a social worker who went to school. You know, as I was growing up as a kid, he was in school, and mind you that he had a lot of kids, right? Like, work with a lot of kids that I knew. And then I wouldn't say I was cool with most of them, but I knew them, like, even since elementary school, that had him. And I'm not naming names and stuff like that. I just would see them there and I just knew them, most of them. So I don't know, I was just like, you know, I was like, he probably must be a lot of help. Like, the people that I knew from my grade are seeing this social worker and they're getting help emotionally and with problems that they have. I was like, I have a lot of problems at home. I think he could help me. So, you know, before he came in, there was another social worker, which was Miss I'm not want to say her name, but there was another social worker, female social worker, and then they switched it to him, right? So when they switched it to him, he basically you know, would talk to me just about my personal problems that I had at home, because my mom would stress me out. So I would tell him I hate her, and I would just talk on and on and on about my mom's situation, and he would help me. So he would relieve me, make me feel good, make me feel great. And lots of the people, like, I would see go, like, everybody loved this social worker, right? So basically, one of the sessions I had with him, he asked me for my YouTube. I was like, why not? Like, why am I shutting myself out and be like, no, you can't watch my YouTube video, you know? So I was like, yeah, sure, here's my YouTube. So I gave him my YouTube, and he was going through my YouTube account. So I'm guessing ever since he kept it. The problem was that back in 2020, I got in contact with him. So I called him, I talked to him on the phone, and I'm on the phone with him. I don't remember how I got his phone number. I don't know if he called me, or I don't know if I called him. I do not recall how I got his number. I don't remember. But anyways, so we're on the phone, and then he's just asking, how am I doing, right? So I'm like, I'm doing fine, I'm doing good, I'm okay. And we just started talking from then. And I think I was telling him about Kylie Jenner watching me through the phone. I think it was during when COVID was happening, like, you know, when people started to die because of COVID-19. That's when we started talking. So I was getting in contact with my mother, and so I was getting in contact with my mother. I asked him, do you want to go on a date with my mom? Like, do you want to hang out with her? Do you want to, like, why don't you take her on a date? Like, why not? So he says, yes, like, okay, why not? Yeah, what's her number? I'll call her. I'll see what we can do. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll give her your number and you guys can hang out. Go somewhere nice. Mind you that my mom is 2 years younger than him. Anyways, they go on a date. And then my mom loved it. She just tells me they had a good time. I don't want to say everything because my mom watches me, and he is watching me, and almost, this is where I want to speak about this, he is watching me. I need to finish telling my story in order for this story to make sense. He said he doesn't want to speak to her anymore, so he keeps hitting me up every day almost every day. He keeps hitting me up, and he won't go out with my mom again. So I was confused. I was very confused because but I was like, you know what? He doesn't want to talk to her. He doesn't want to talk to her. I don't know. It was probably not meant to be. But then he offers me like $700, like $800 so I can eat with him at a restaurant. I was like, let me call my mom. So I called my mother and I asked her, I was like, should I go to this restaurant? He wants to eat. And he's like, he'll give me 800. So I'm thinking, he gives me 800, I'll give you 400. And she was like, are you crazy? She was like, why would you do that? And I was like, it's money. She's like, you're my daughter. You can't do that. That's not legal. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, I didn't think you felt that way. I didn't know. Okay, I won't go. He just said $800 for eat with him at a restaurant. She was like, yeah, no. Like, that's gross. That's nasty. Like, why does he wanna? That's disgusting. Why does he want to speak to me? But he wants to take my daughter to a restaurant. So that clicked. I was like, okay, I get it. That is probably disgusting. So I was like, you know what? He's nasty. I'm not going. I didn't stop talking to him because it just, I knew that he was such a, like, in the school, people loved him. People, you know, he knew lots of people, and most of my friends, and well, not my friends, I'm sorry, but most of the people I knew since like elementary school or like middle school, yeah, elementary, middle school, and because we met him in high school, like they talked to him. So I thought he was legit like a good person, but not anymore. So basically, he keeps like texting me, calling me. I answer, I speak to him. I didn't really tell my mom because I was like, she doesn't know how much, like, she doesn't know how much things I talked about her to him. And you know, he had like my entire information of like probably everything, you know. So I was just gonna keep talking to him and see how he's doing, because what he kept complaining about is that he needed to talk to somebody, that he wanted to talk to somebody, he didn't know who to talk to, that he felt lonely, and that he just felt really alone, that he wanted to speak to somebody. He hits me up, but then he wants like, he says if I can send him a nude, like a picture like that. It's disgusting. That is just nasty. In all the freaking ways, it's just not right. It's just not what I know. It's not what I grew up to know. Like, it's just horrible. Like, it's just a horrible person. Oh my god. Like, I don't know how to say it, like how else to say it, but I know that I learned English in like when I was like 10 years old, and I think gross would be the first word I would say in any sort of way. That's just gross. Don't click everything around. That is just gross. No. How do I say it? So anyways, I wanted to make this video because I don't want to go on camera and then be like, he's gonna text me again. The thing is that, like, on my phone, he blew up my phone. Like, he texted, like a lot of things. And like, he says a lot of things. Like, he just texts me a lot. He will call me randomly, like just randomly will literally call me. I told like about 2 social workers that I work with, and they said don't get in contact with him, like block him. That's disgusting. So people that, you know, that are also like, there are social workers. So I was like, you know what, I will block him, but my guardian my guardians, because I'm adopted by my guardians, they don't want me to block him. So they're like, don't block him, just ignore his messages. And I don't know why, but I think that is the best option, to not block him and just ignore his messages. But I know he might watch this and he might feel some sort of way about this video, and I was just literally terrified of my life because I felt like I was being like intimidated and just being watched. And he can word it out anyway, like word it out however you want to word it out. I really do. Yeah, like I said, I don't care. Like, I just wanted to come out here and then just say, I don't care. Like, if I get messages from him, I'm gonna ignore it. So I don't want to. I'm gonna show it to my social workers and I'm gonna show it to my guardian, because that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to feel like stuck in any sort of way, and I just wanted to say it because he was a social worker and he was trusted by a lot of people, and I just felt like people said what he did was illegal, and people said that he can't even get the police to call on him. Like, I could sue him, that I could press charges for all the type of messages he had me, like he sent to me. So no, and that was just very disgusting for you to do. You know, when I was speaking to him, I told him like maybe talk to my mom again, but he never wanted to do that. So I can't, I really can't. And like, I don't know what he thought. Like, he thought he was the only one watching. Like, no, my mom watches, and like I don't know how many times she probably watches this video, but she watches. And I have like my guardians watch my videos. I have people like from Instagram that watch my videos, and it just didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe him knowing so much information about me. He still wanted me to share my information with him, and no. Yeah, from there I just don't want to be hit up by him anymore or have any sort of contact with him. You know, just it's up to God, whatever. But I don't want to be involved in that. I just didn't grow up that way. So I just want to say that. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.